Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco,
I'm Chris.
and today we are going to be showing off the stuff that I picked up while I was at C2E2. So it was my first time going. I was working there, so I didn't get to fully explore. And if you ever been, it's pretty massive. So I feel like you need a lot of time to really look through all that stuff.
At least 2 minutes.
And so, since I was working, I didn't have time to fully explore everything. I wanted to get some more signatures. I really wanted to get a sketch cover. All the people that I would have liked to got a sketch cover from were all like 500 plus, which is fair. It is what it is.
And you didn't even spend that much on this pile in front of you.
No, I wasn't looking to spend that much on a sketch cover at the moment. So I got some cool stuff though. Don't get me wrong, there was so many amazing cool things up there. It would have been very easy to spend a lot more money. But starting off, I think this was the very first thing that I picked up. We have a...
Yeah, because you sent me a picture of this before the con started. It was the day before the con started.
A dude was still setting up his booth, and I was like, you selling stuff? Because, you kind of hate to, bother people while they're working and stuff, but I saw, because he had two of these, and the other one had a $20 big sticker and then a little sticker on it that said $10, and I was like, $10 for a super battle droid. Can't pass up on that. So that was the first thing I grabbed. I think we should wait, and we got a bunch of other Star Wars stuff to open. I think we'll do it then, because we got a bunch of other videos. We've been piling up stuff.
Do you want to open it with that other thing that I'll probably be getting around Friday?
Probably not.
But they can be brothers.
Yeah. Anyway, I know that we haven't been putting out a lot of videos. I haven't really done anything. Obviously, we missed last week's live stream. We did one this week. I was in C2E2, or going to C2E2. Because, again, even though it was during the weekend, you had to go there to go set up, and it takes, 5 or 6 hours to get there. And, so we left on Tuesday.
I thought you were going to say 5 or 6 minutes.
No. But anyway, so that's why there's no live stream last week. And then life has just been a little bit crazy here recently, past few weeks.
We've been busy.
So that's why I haven't been putting videos out. But then also, I got a new shirt.
Not to mention this week's going to be not crazy for the most part. We'll have a crazy Saturday, though.
Yeah. But, so I got an Inosuke shirt. I think this is my first Inosuke shirt.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I thought the colors were fun. And
it's a nice orange. I like it.
Yeah, it's like I kind of don't like the orange, but it's like I do at the same time. It's a weird mixture feeling. And then I put this one on Instagram, but I got this one here, which is from Greg and Fake. They are the creators of the Santos Sisters. And they sent me some of their comics I've reviewed on the channel before. And I've talked to them. They're really cool. And I got to meet them. And it was a really cool experience to talk to them. I got to see Greg working on a sketch commission, which was pretty cool. It was a Digimon. I'm pretty sure...
Hell yeah, Digimon.
I'm pretty sure they posted that one on their Instagram as well. And then they did another one the day before that. There was a Doctor Strange. It was pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, so that was super cool. I think I got a prototype shirt because the image that I seen before, because I saw this, posted on their Instagram or whatever.
$3,000.
Anyway, I saw this posted on their Instagram before going to C2E2, and I was like, oh, I'll definitely want to grab one of those. But it says buy more comics on it, buy more on top, and then comics on the bottom. And so I don't know. I had this one. It didn't have it on there, but I can't remember because they did have one that said buy more comics, but it was a different color or whatever. And I wanted this one. I don't remember. I picked this one. I wouldn't have mind having to buy more comics, but it wasn't a deal breaker either. I think it's a fun image with all these different characters on there. And then they also gave me a few posters. Oh, actually, oh crap! I dropped one.
That was my favorite one.
They're all the same. But yeah, so it looks like that, where it says buy more comics. But they gave me a few of these. So I'll probably be including these in the next.
He's gonna be putting them up around town.
I'll be including these in the next few channel membership giveaway stuff, and so yeah, I got like 4 of them. So I'll be having
Maybe
some of
that
these out.
winner will be you.
Possibly. And then they also gave me a Santo Sisters Halloween special. I haven't got around to reading this one, but I will. I'll check it out. Again, not really my cup of tea, but they're still fun to read. The ones that they gave me before, I enjoyed them. Not really targeted towards me, but I still thought they were pretty cool to check out. And then another guy. This was like really early on. Actually, this might have been the first thing I bought, because again, there was like 2 days of setup before the con, and so on that very first day, a lot of Artist Alley people weren't setting up at that point because it doesn't take you 2 days to set up Artist Alley, more than likely. But this one guy was setting up, and anyway, so he had some.
Is that Dose?
I think it's just Dose.
Dose?
But anyway, so yeah, he had some comics, and he was like, buy issue 1, I'll give you issue 2 for free, and so it's $5, and so.
Buy one, get one free. Steal.
Yeah, so I gave it to him again. Haven't got around to reading them because pretty much every day, like we'd work, we'd eat, and then we'd pass out. I'd watch a little bit of YouTube and I'd pass out. So I didn't read anything. I didn't read any of my books from last week still. So picked up just a few blank covers. It's gonna be kind of hard to see. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you can see it well enough.
Yeah, but picked up a couple silver.
It focused for like a second.
Yeah, I know. Picked up a couple Silver Surfer Blacks, and then picked up a Dark Ages.
I didn't know they made that one.
Yeah. This one's a little bit hard to find. Not that it's worth anything, but
yeah.
I've just struggled to. I think that's my first copy of it. I don't know.
Which Dark Ages character would you want?
Like,
because they got a lot of fun designs.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and read it.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it again. I'm pretty fond of the Iron Man, but I have to go back and look.
Yeah, I don't know what he looks like.
And then another book I picked up was I think this is the 1 in 50 World Tree issue 5. It's a Ji Young Lee cover, and I really, really wanted this one, but I knew I wanted to wait and let it calm down, so it wasn't too expensive. And then I kind of just forgot about it and saw it while I was at the con, so I was like, oh, sweet. I'll definitely want to grab that one. And then also this was a Unknown Comics exclusive, I think. New Mutants #1, a Derek Chew Magic cover. Pretty sweet. I like Derek Chew and I like Magic, so can't go wrong with that. And then that's actually it for... That's it.
That's the end of the video.
No, I was going to say for the books that I picked up, but that's a lie. There's a couple more. So the rest of my books here are all signed books. I forgot a couple of them I did pick up off their tables. But this one, this is one I had signed by Villalobos. This is, I think, the first Villalobos that I bought. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know the first one I bought. It was a Bane Hispanic month.
I don't know if that one was before or after this one.
It was before this one, because...
I'm
pretty sure it was before this one.
It's during the same event thing,
Yeah, fair enough.
But anyway, this is... I remember... when you see a cover and you're like, who did that? Like, I want to know who that person is. I remember that with this cover. And seeing that, and then that's the first time the name Villalobos, stuck out to me. So
the name Villalobos has always stuck out to me because of their signature, and I always think of the DC character, which I feel like might be a little bit on purpose, because they don't sign it Villalobos, they sign it Lobos.
I think there is a trade dress that looks really similar to that for Lobo.
I feel like, at the very least, the signature has to be on purpose, because it grabs you,
Yeah.
And especially with the stunning art,
got a signature.
It's very recognizable signature there.
On the Birds of Prey. And got another Birds of Prey.
2 banger Birds of Preys.
Yeah. And then we got She-Hulk. And then this one I did pick up from his booth. I'd seen it before.
So good.
But yeah, very, very happy that he had this one. This very sweet.
Oh, there's a little print in the back.
That's probably like a
Certificate of
COA.
authentication.
But yeah, partial foil, Wonder Woman, and I think this was like $40, and it came signed as well. So yeah, super super sweet. Yeah, it has a little certificate back there. And that's all I got from Villalobos. Meeting Villalobos was fine. They were doing like a weird eBay show. He didn't have like a. I don't know if the other guy would be technically an assistant. I don't know what he was, but like that guy was running an eBay show where they were selling things, and he was like very over the top and like just non-stop talking. And then also like really trying to make Villalobos interact with that, but Villalobos was also signing my books, and there was other people in line, and there was somebody in front of me before I got there, and he was trying to deal with the people there, and also just seemed like kind of a much more reserved person, but he seemed very friendly, but like it seemed like there's too many things going on, and was a little bit overwhelmed. But yeah, I mean, he was pretty nice to meet. And then that's the only, like big artist I actually got to talk to. So we'll go ahead and go into the next person. I only got signatures from 2 people. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. Signatures on comics from 2 people. So I had to drop off my Art Adams books. Which, by the way, we need to work on organizing our books more, because I know I have a lot more Art Adams, but I didn't have them easily accessible. So there were some other books I would have liked to get signed for sure. But anyway, I had to drop off my Art Adams books because when I went there, it was later on in the day, and he had already left. And then so his assistant was still there, and I asked, or what time does he usually come in or whatever, and like an hour into the show, and it's like, well, I'll be at the booth working at that point, and probably won't be able to come until later in the day when he's already left, because a lot of these artists, they go there, they show up late and they leave early, which might not be a problem if you're just attending the con regularly, but if you're a vendor trying to get something signed, it sucks, it's a real pain. But I asked if I could leave the books to get signed and then come pick them up later. Now when I did go to pick them up, he actually was at his booth, and I was like, cool, I'll get to talk to him just a little bit, even though the books were already signed and everything. I just wanted to have a little chat with him. And so there's just one person in front of me, and I sat there and waited, and they were doing whatever, and literally they finished up, and I don't know what those people were exactly, because he and the people in front of me just left, and no acknowledgement at all that I was there. So that was kind of disappointing. Even if it was like oh sorry, gotta go, something, but yeah, I just didn't exist. But anyway, so I got some Art Adams signed. I got this cool Venom cover signed there. This one I did pick up, and this is the last book that I actually bought there. So bought that one, and then so it was $25, but then the signature came with it as well. So that one's pretty fun on the sword.
It's interesting that he dates his signatures.
I kind of like that. I really wish that I'd asked my sketch covers to get dated, I think would have been, like, especially on the back, I think would have been just a nice little addition. Something I thought about afterwards. I might ask people later, but anyway. And then the last book I got from him, got signed by him, was this very sweet X-23, which I think had the best signature placement. That one was super, super fun, and I really like this cover. The
only person I've seen have a signature dated.
Probably. From what we have anyway. I mean,
you gonna do those or those first?
No, this for sure, because this connects to this.
Oh yeah.
So, and then I broke my rule. I try not to get prints.
We have a whole box of them.
Yeah, we have a whole box. There's nowhere to put them. Limited wall space. Prints take up a lot of wall space. Blah blah blah. You know. But I saw this, and I was like, gotta break the rule. This one's too dang cool, and it was only $20. Really sweet Kong versus Godzilla, and it's just super goofy with
like
him.
Said Congress versus Godzilla.
Congress versus Godzilla, and Congress is winning.
Oh no!
But
sorry, Godzilla, you're illegal.
Again,
get out of the country.
Whoops, $20. It came signed, which it was just a lot of fun. And he had another really cool Godzilla that was probably cooler, but this one was more fun. And we need to get some of his comics, because he has a lot of Godzilla work in comics.
Sorry, Godzilla, you've been vetoed. And then he throws them.
Alright, and then, so for my next artist experience, well, actually, I'll throw in one more before that. So this one I didn't even bother stopping by their table. I brought some comics to get signed, and I have no idea how much his signature was, because all I saw, now granted, people were still setting up kind of at this point, but Frank Cho's prints, again, legendary, renowned artist that's been working for decades in the industry. I got a signed awesome print of him for $20. And don't get me wrong, Frank Cho's a legend as well. His prints were $100. And that's insanity to me. The next prints I'm about to show you were $30.
He signed this print 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I don't know if that is the year or the day. It would seem weird. But also, if you're gonna date...
It's the...
Oh, yeah, he did 4/24 on here.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. Okay.
So that's the month and
he had those pre-signed for a while, I guess. But whatever,
Maybe it was $20. He's trying to get rid of it, Marco.
Maybe. Well,
nobody wants my monkey throwing Godzilla.
All his prints were there. But anyway, so this next prints I bought were $30.
I love the devious smile on Kong's face.
Which, sure, is a bit more expensive. But again, totally reasonable price, and they came signed as well.
How much you said they were again?
$30 a piece.
Yeah, that's a reasonable price.
Fine, like I said, a little bit pricier. But
I love this one a lot.
Hold on. But anyway, like $100 is too much.
Mm-hmm. That print better be one of the metal ones.
I don't like when people price gouge people. Like, I don't like when I see somebody that has a really expensive signature, like Clayton Crane and stuff like that. Like, you don't need $100+ signature, even if it is something fancy. Like, I don't know. It just sits wrong with me, But anyway, so I for my next artist experience, Souza Micah, which apparently was there, even though she wasn't on the guest list. She was like not in Artist Alley at all, totally far in, different section. I found out she was there through seeing a post on Instagram, and then so I'm trying to find her, I finally find her. She's not there, her assistant's there. It's before the show opened, technically. And so, but I'm talking to her assistant. She's helping me out. it's Sunday, last day, so a lot of things had been sold out already. Because actually, so her prints were $30, but they were buy three get one free. And there were some other ones I definitely would have. There was a really nice Catwoman. There was a really good Harley. There was some other stuff I would have bought, but they didn't have enough. And there was like they did still have a really nice Red Sonja, but if I bought that one, there wasn't another one that I really would have wanted. Don't get me wrong, everything that she did was great, but just wasn't anything that I really would have wanted to throw extra money at. Anyway, so again, so Micah's not there. I say, I definitely want to buy these prints. I'm going to leave them here. Please have her sign them. I'll try to be back. Maybe get a chance to meet her. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah. So I do get a chance. I get over there before she leaves. And there was somebody in front of me. So again, I'm sitting there waiting patiently behind this person. I don't know. Sazamika was like weirdly set up on like the side table, and so like I go over there and I'm sitting there waiting, and then the person in front of me is done, and then they leave and they're gone, and then like Sazamika's just not looking at me, not acknowledging me. I don't know. It's just very awkward. Her assistant sees me and recognizes me from before. And brings me the signed prints. Now, granted, like I said, this is the last day, end of the day, pretty much. She might have just been very tired. Very possible.
Happens to the best of us.
But it very much seemed like, I don't know, like I'm just too good to talk to anyone. So, not a great experience, but got some great prints. I end up not saying a word to her. I sat there silently and awkwardly just looking at her while being ignored, and then eventually walked away. But anyway, so I got this really nice black cat print, which I hadn't seen this one before.
It's so good.
Yeah, really, really solid. Again, got the signature down there.
So like it can be rude to me. This is great.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing, like, they say, don't meet your heroes and all this and that and whatever, and sometimes you meet these people, whether it be comics or,
I forgive her.
Some voice actors, sign some stuff, because, like, when I got my Clone Wars 1 signed, one of the people I was absolutely super like more excited than others on there to meet was D. Bradley Baker, and that was one of the worst experiences. Again, he might have just been really tired.
It was like toward the end of the con.
Yeah, very, very possible that he was just exhausted. I get that, and I'm willing to, with anybody like this.
Again, with him as well, I've seen like very positive interactions with him with fans too, and other people saying like he's nice to meet. So I think we probably just caught him on a bad day or something.
Yeah, I'm very willing to be like, okay, you know what, stuff happens. People are tired. I get it. Again, I work these conventions. I'm tired too. I get it.
What did Terrence say to him that made him laugh?
I don't remember.
It was something stupid,
Oh,
but it was.
He called him DB squared.
DB squared.
Yeah.
And that made him laugh.
Anyway, I don't know if it was a genuine laugh. But I
don't know. Terrence's bad jokes are infectious.
On
sometimes.
that, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to say like I wasn't excited to meet anyone on that I got signed, but the person that was probably coolest to talk to was Matt Lanter. Because he like actually geeked out with me, and I told him I was gonna get, because he was, I think, the second signature I got on that book, and so at that point, because I think I got Ahsoka, actually.
Matt Lantern was cool to talk to.
Yeah, and then I got him on there, and he's like, "Oh, that's really cool." He was excited at that point, and then I told him, I'm gonna get everybody's signature, and he's like, "Oh, wow, that's really cool," and like, it was just a fun experience, and I don't know. But but yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed um, meeting him. But anyway, back to C2E2 stuff. And then we got one more print from Sozamaika. This signature's not quite as fun,
so good.
but the print itself is really nice.
It's so good.
Again, yeah, never seen this one. There is a really nice Sozamaika comic we have. Again, we didn't bring any Sozamaika comics either because I didn't know she was going to be there. Also, another person I didn't know that was there, and I never even saw. I didn't know that she was there until I was on my way back home, just scrolling through Instagram. Ariel Diaz was there, and I was like, well, dang it, you know. And there were some people like, I forgot to bring any Stegman books. So there was a lot more signatures I wish I could have got. But anyway, this is a very, very sweet print. Again, really didn't want to buy any more prints. But here we are. And then that's not all the prints. There's some more. So Shay was, my boss, was running around for a little while. And he told me he came across this really cool artist that had some really cool Star Wars stuff. And he was telling me, because the guy's really talkative. When I finally went back over there, he's a chatter. Because it was even, when I got to go over there, it was end of the day. You know, like, con's over now, time to go home, everybody's usually ready to go, but he was just like still going, you know, and like just talking about Star Wars stuff and just being a nerd. This guy though, he actually does official work for Star Wars. He actually drew the Rebels mural, like what you see
at the end
what
of
Sabine
Rebels.
Yeah, what Sabine painted.
Oh, I'm sorry, Waffle.
That's actually this guy's work, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know, like to get some, which I don't know if any of this is used in any official capacity, but I mean, even just to get some artwork from an official Star Wars artist.
I don't think it is, mainly because what is that? Echo and Fives on there next to Mandalorian Ahsoka.
Well, hold on.
Sorry, I thought you already showed it.
No, I haven't done anything. Well, spoiler. So I'm looking through his prints. He's got a bunch of different stuff. Just a ton of really, I mean, all of them awesome. And I'm going through, and I'm like, these are cool, but, you know, there's nothing.
I don't keep talking. I'm just looking. I just thought of something.
There's nothing that I need, or not so much that. I was like, I'm probably good to hold off because again, I've spent more money than what I really wanted to at this point. But I'm like, I'm probably good, but if I see a Fives, I'll probably grab it because Fives is my favorite clone. And so, like, and then immediately, as soon as that thought pops in my head, there's an Echo, Fives, and Ahsoka in a dropship. Like, what more can you ask for?
And my thought, Marco, is, are those action figures? Did he use action figures as reference? Because look at the gun he's holding. That's the action figure gun. It's just kind of the way her head is on her body there makes me think of it.
I don't know. Plus an ATT in the bottom as well.
I'll look at it later.
But anyway, so I saw that one.
As well as, sorry, one last thing. The gunship arm there, too, is very much... I don't know how it looks in the actual vehicle itself, but that 100% is how it is on the action figure.
Maybe. But anyway, and then they were 2 for $40, I think. So a couple more later, then I see Wolfpack. And I'm like, well...
Wolfpack's dope.
Gotta grab Wolfpack.
Wolfpack's up there in one of my favorite team schemes. Oreo, stop stepping on the waffle. Like color schemes, you know, and design schemes. Was really shown a lot of love by the design team of Star Wars.
Yeah. And then this was some stuff I bought earlier on, but it's in its own segment. I got a bunch of new pins for my jacket. So, starting off here, let's get these bust open so you can see them nice and well. We got, there you go, the Chimera. Well, the underside of it, I guess.
Chimera.
Which is a pretty fun one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got the Marauder.
That's pretty dope.
Which I've been talking for a while. I want more vehicles. Which I don't really count this one. This one's more, to me, this is more like just a design, you know.
That is a vehicle.
I mean, it is, but it's not, you know, like this is not, it doesn't really look like a vehicle, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where this is a vehicle. And then sticking with some more vehicles.
Probably one of my favorite Starfighters. If not my favorite.
It's up there. There's so many cool ones, I don't know. But just a cool little dual ARC 170 pin. Focus. Where's the focus at? There we go. So that one's pretty rad. I got so many pins to add. And then he had these cool, like, 3D-ish, like, double layer ones. So we got some TIE Defenders.
What's TIE Defender being chased by TIE Interceptors? That is from the episode of Rebels where they steal a TIE Defender, I believe.
Yeah, you see how it's, like, raised up, though? Because I think he also had this, but it was just flat, which still looked cool. But I don't know, just the raised one gives it more depth. And, like, I don't know, add some action to it, you know? And then this one I probably could have been fine getting flat. But, you know, it's like certain deals. So the 3D ones, I'll call them, were like 2 for whatever. And then the first 3 I showed you were 3 for something. And so, the Marauder, the ARC 170, and the Chimera. And then, I saw this one, and I was like, I definitely want that one in 3D. But then, so I had to find another one. And like I said, I could have got this one flat. There's not as much, like, dynamicness in this one, but it still looks pretty good in 3D. And it's just a cool Boba Fett.
With some purple flowers.
Yeah, with some purple flowers.
Looks like it should spin. I don't know why. In my brain, I really want the purple to spin.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, pretty solid one. I got a lot of Boba Fett pins already, so that'll be cool. And then the big one I got, they actually had
so cool.
A C2E2 exclusive, which they sold out of there very quickly. There is going to be some more going up on Friday, I think.
Yeah.
This is all Enamel Empire, by the way, if you're interested. But I saw on their Instagram that they were going to have a C2E2 exclusive of a Tiger Shark gunship, which y'all know I love gunships, with Commander... my bad, Captain Fordo. Which...
Sergeant. Might be Sergeant.
I don't think it's Sergeant. That doesn't sound right.
I believe he was referred to as Sergeant in the show.
Anyway, regardless, this is from the 2D Clone Wars animated stuff. And, he's got some other gunships and stuff. And he's got another one that's the Tiger Shark gunship with a clone, but he's a blue clone, and he's got a minigun, which is super cool.
And just the blue ARC Trooper.
Yeah, but it's a different gunship, that one.
Yeah.
And then you can also get it where it's just the gunship as well, not the 2-piece. I saw them say something on their Instagram like they're gonna put the rest up because they didn't bring all of them to C2E2 for whatever reason.
That's my favorite droid.
But yeah, they said they sold out really quickly there, and then they're gonna put the rest up. But they said there was only like less than 20 that are gonna go up on there, so I don't know. Granted, this is pretty expensive. I got it for $40. They're putting them up on their website for $45 though. So if you weren't there, you spend a little bit extra. But yeah. So this was actually the first pin I got. So I got this one and then went back later and got the other ones. And then, oh yeah, I got you a sticker.
I don't know where I put that.
Yeah, I got a chopper sticker from that booth as well. But that's gonna cover everything that we got here from C2E2. My very first time. Chris still hasn't gone yet.
I've never been.
My very first time going to C2E2. I would like to go, not as a vendor at some point, and just
Which
really.
in this job doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, and you'd need 2 days for that con. Well, if you're gonna get anything signed, because I feel like you legitimately need a full day just to walk around that place. And I'm not even 100% sure you'd really see everything in a full day. There was just so much stuff there. It was crazy. But then, yeah, you spend any time waiting in lines to get stuff signed and stuff. Ideally, would have been, if I had my stuff better organized, there would have been a lot more books I would have brought. There were certain people that just had busy lines. Frizen was pretty busy, so I never had time to go get anything signed by her. I was kind of irked by Frank Cho as print prices, and I'm like, I don't want to pay, I don't know, $30 for a signature or whatever, which I don't know, maybe they were free. Who would have, who knows? But who else? I don't. There were so many people up there. Again, had I known Souza Micah was up there, had I known Ariel Diaz was up there, would have brought some more books from them. I don't know, but anyway, hopefully, there's going to be other cons and more signings and maybe more sketch covers and who knows what else, more cool things, more Star Wars pins. I need to get the rest of the Bad Batch ordered for my pin jacket. And then, I need to do that, and then I need to put the big patch on the back, because my pin jacket's pretty sick. But anyway, that's it for today. We're going to have some other opening videos like this with some Star Wars stuff and other things. We got some G.I. Joes. I got some Pops to show off. I don't know what else, but we're going to be putting out some videos eventually. Thank you all so much for watching, though. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ha ha ha!